What's up, guys? Back with another video. So over on X, I was just, scrolling through the feed, the timeline, and I follow Tristan Tate, who's Andrew Tate's brother over on X. And normally, he identifies as mixed race, and also Andrew does as well. So I like that. So that's a good start. He usually doesn't talk that much about, mixed race consciousness, so to speak. Even then, in itself, mixed race is too broad and vague, right? Mulatto encompasses everything, especially with what I'm doing. So, but earlier today, like I said, I was scrolling through the timeline and I saw he posted this comment. You can see here from him, he says, it's very easy to say X, quote unquote X, insert whatever race of people are, he put 8, but I know he meant to say are ugly, then post examples of ugly people of that race, right? And they do that all the time with us, like these white nationalist kind of incel trolls, because they're mad that their own women are committing mutiny against them and mating with, see, they only have an issue when it's the Anglo female mates with a African male. Then they have an issue and they have mixed race kids. See, if it's like a white guy with a black female, white guy, Asian, they don't say shit, they don't care. Their biases is very obvious, that they're basically just upset that these white women who, they feel like belongs to them are expanding and exploring their options, right? So, and like I said, a lot of these guys, yeah, they talk a lot of shit, and you have to understand the code when they say race mixing. It's has to do with mulattoes. It's an anti-mulatto, statement when they're against race mixing, I need to say, especially with them when you analyze it. And then he puts here a double with whites, black, mixed Chinese, and Pacific Islander. Excuse me, I meant to say doable with whites, black, mixed Chinese, and Pacific Islander. 50% of people are below average looking. Post a selfie, I'm just curious, right? Tristan Tate's asking this one guy. We go up to his profile. It's Alexander Augustine. Don't know who the hell he is. Some people are saying he's like a European kind of streamer. Have no idea. Never heard of him. I only know about him now because I follow Tate and has brought my attention to this. But in their circles, in their kind of pan-European Anglosphere circles, see, this is what it's all about. They're really upset when they see a white female with a non-white male, specifically, like I said, with a black male. And that's how Tristan Tate was conceived. Now, he identifies as mixed race, but his father, Emery Tate, I believe, he's mulatto. He's mixed race. So Tate, technically, as I've said before, is a quadroon, but that's neither here or there. He doesn't identify as solely white, and he doesn't identify as solely black. It's obvious because Tate is, quadroon, more white passing for sure, mostly European. But he's basically defending the integrity of mixed race people when I look at this post, the commentary in here. And I like that. I respect him for that. So I'm going to shout him out and acknowledge that. And yeah, we look at the initial post. It's with Tiger Woods and then his wife. I don't know if his wife, I think she's from Sweden. She's a Swedish woman or something. She's European. I forgot exactly what country, but Tiger Woods himself, he's not black identified. He identifies as Calbonasian, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, right? I think it's a blend of like European, African, and Asian. I believe his mom is Vietnamese. If I'm not mistaken, I apologize, guys. But yeah, Tiger Woods is Calbonasian. That's an actual thing. There's a lot of people out here who identifies that, and he's one of them. He's the most famous person that uses that identity, mixed race identity. So, and yeah, looking at the comment again, like I said, the guy puts, you can tell me race mixing is good all you want, but I have eyes. He's saying LMFO. What do you mean you have eyes? We look at, he's pointing out the offspring, Tiger Woods' child. I don't know if, yeah, I'm sitting there like, this is what it's always about with them. I have eyes. He's laughed my ass off. To them, it's always a joke. They're trying to point out that other males are ugly. Remember, when you analyze all of their posts, I'm talking about these wingnut incels, you analyze all their posts when they're against race mixing, it's always a mulatto or a African kind of mixed, African descent mixed with European descent mixed, whatever, male offspring. You look at all of their posts. I've been doing it for a minute now. They're never talking shit when it's a female. There's one guy who's talking crap about Zendaya. He's probably just mad because the mulattoes wouldn't give him any tail. And most of all these guys, their posts, they're always talking crap about the male, right? And specifically with, like I said, with this configuration, when you have Tiger Woods, who's, he's mixed, but he looks more darker skin, right? So he has that phenotype. And then they see him with this blonde, blue-eyed, Aryan queen, that they can't get, but he can get because he's talented. He's the best in his game as a golfer, right? He definitely has a type. We know Tiger Woods, when that whole affair situation came out, and he was like, banging porn stars and paying for their rent and shit and plastic surgery. The guy's a billionaire. He has money. I think he lost a lot of endorsements with that whole scandal, but yeah, he had an affair, cheated on his wife with a bunch of other women. They were all white, and it was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing how he embarrassed this woman, his wife, with all these other kind of trashy white women. But that's his type. And the thing is, he has the money, influence, and the status to where, and the skill set, because he kind of rebounded, right? He won another golf, was a PGA championship. He kind of rebounded, and the public just forgot all about it. The public didn't care. It's like all those affairs, you crash your car and all this weird crap. They're like, oh, you're still Tiger Woods. You're still the top dog in that, endeavor. And but the whole point here is I want to shout out Tristan Tate. I'm not going to get into all the comments, the thread. I'll link this thread in the video. I just wanted to hop up here and bring, attention to this, so you guys are made well aware. You can check out the whole Twitter thread, but I don't often see that. And what I like about this is because Tristan Tate is a high profile dude, right? We all know his brother Andrew. Look at Tristan Tate. Look at how many followers he has. 3.3 million followers. He has a huge following, huge reach. So when we have guys like this, Tristan Tate, who identifies mixed race, and then when they see other people talking shit about us, and then he's going to defend us, man, we got to jump. We got to support this guy. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my part. Are you guys going to do yours? Post a comment, share. Let's talk about it. So before I go, I just found something that I believe to be congruent with what we're talking about. Why they're really mad at mulatto males. So check this out.
Cooking with Tracy. I got some Reese's cookies. We're about to throw it.
Why you say it 3 times like that?
What you mean?
Why you say cooking with?
Cooking with Tracy. Well,
What you got going on?
what you mean?
What you got going on? Why you saying it like that?
What's wrong with that?
So this is ultimately what it's all about. All the hate, the venom, the slander that you see from the wingnut incels over on Elon Musk's X. That's what it's all about. When they're always talking about how they're against race mixing, they're not talking about the white boys, as I've already said, who want to be with their, Latina partner or East Indian partner. No. They don't want the black man with the white woman that has a mulatto child. And then, of course, if that mulatto child so chooses to get with a white partner, they look at you as more competition in the sexual marketplace. This is what it's all about. In the video I just shared with you guys, which was over on TikTok, this is their profile, and it's a couple profile, Isaiah and Tracy. This is what I'm telling you. When I saw this, I was like, okay, this is good material to talk about, to connect it to what we see in other spaces when they're slandering, shaming, and defaming specifically mulatto males, telling us that, oh, just in general, we're all ugly and deformed and we look like gremlins and all this shit. They are just upset that we're going to be competitive in the marketplace. And a lot of times they can't compete with us. It's just facts. This is what it's all about. It's the competition is what bothers them. What do you guys think? Drop a comment.